we're going to discuss the half-hole register on the bassoon. I'm going to share these on your screen so that you could see them. It's the F sharp and G flat, the G natural, and the G sharp or A flat towards the top of the bass clef staff. You might ask why we have to learn to half-hole on the bassoon. Well, we don't have an octave key or a register key like some of the other woodwind instruments. It's important that we vent or open the tone holes as needed to help produce the pitches that we want to play on the bassoon. The way we do this is to half-hole, and a technique you'll learn a little bit later called flicking or venting. Each of these pitches have to be half-holed. We've already discussed how to do this on fourth space G or G2, where we actually vent the first tone hole in the left hand by rocking it down. The other two pitches, F sharp G flat or G sharp A flat, need a similar treatment with regard to half hole. So again, L1 right here, we have to rock it down to expose a bit of the tone hole, okay? So as you look at the notes on your screen, F sharp, G flat, G natural, and then G sharp, A flat, they all have to have some amount of half hole exposed here, okay? As you see on your screen now, I'm showing you the actual half hole amount is a little bit different for each of these pitches. The G2 or fourth space G, which we've discussed, is a legitimate half hole. The F sharp, on the other hand, needs more of the hole exposed for the pitch to come out. And G sharp or A flat needs slightly less of the hole exposed or vented to get that pitch to sound. You'll notice that for the F sharp and G flat, as well as for the G sharp and A flat, there are two fingerings. All right, and you'll determine which fingering to use when you're playing based on the context of the pitches around the note in question. For the F sharp fingering, all right, we're going to press 1, 2, 3 in the left hand with the whisper key, 1, 2, 3 in the right hand, okay, and then behind, on the back of the bassoon with the right thumb, you'll find the pancake key. We're going to go to the F sharp key right below that, okay? So that's one of our F sharp fingerings. Sounds like this with the half hole. Okay, so that's one of the F sharp or G flat fingerings. The other one is 1, 2, 3, whisper key in the back, 1, 2, 3 in the right hand, and then instead of using the back thumb, we're going to use the right pinky. And if you look here, we have two keys here. We have the F key, which we're familiar with, and then we have the F sharp or G flat key, which is this one right here. Let's see if I can get you to see it. This one right here. So if you press that down, you actually press the low F key down too, which is why the fingering has that pitch or that key colored in as well. All right, so that one, 1, 2, 3, left hand, 1, 2, 3, right hand, right pinky on the F sharp with a half hole. All right, so you have the front F sharp or the back F sharp as options. You already know the fourth space G fingering or G2, but for the G sharp or the A flat fingering, we're going to use 1, 2, 3, left hand, whisper key, 1, 2, 3, right hand, and then our default fingering or our first fingering option is to look down here at the right pinky keys, and it's the bottom most of those keys is the A flat key. So 1, 2, 3, right hand, and then A flat key down there with half hole. Again, just crack it a little bit. And that's our A flat. That's our default one. That's our front A flat fingering option. And then on the back side of the horn, you'll notice here the pancake key, F sharp, B flat, and you might wonder, what is this key? Well, that is our A flat key as well. All right, so you can finger A flat using that one instead of the right pinky, and it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, whisper key in the left hand, 1, 2, 3, and then back thumb on the bottom one here on the A flat key with half hole. Gives you an A flat or a G sharp. And I'm just going back and forth between those two fingerings. You'll hear a slight difference of pitch on that, so you have to be careful of intonation when you're making those fingering choices. I have a few exercises here to practice notes in the HalfHole Register. The first one comes from lesson 22 in the Henry Payne book, and this is line 2, and it just oscillates between G and A flat. Tempo is going to be here. You'll see this on your screen now. All right, 1, 2, 3. Stop at the double bar. You could also practice this exercise as it suggests on the screen and in this book in half notes. So just play the last 2 measures, same tempo. 1, 2, ready. Now it's important to remember when going from G to A flat that 4th space G has 1, 2, 3 left hand whisper key, 1, 2, 3 right hand, but also the E flat key with the left pinky, okay? The A flat does not have that, so you have to lift this pinky and add your right pinky down to get from G to A flat, okay? So you alternate with pinkies in this exercise. Now the next exercises, there's 2 of them, are both from Kristin Jensen. The first one I want to look at is titled Index Finger Roll. Okay, so when you look at this, you'll notice that we start on low G and go to an octave above that, the half-hole register. So make sure you're increasing your airspeed, you're half-holing, and adding your resonance key or your E flat key. Okay, then we go to F sharp below that. All right, and then octave above that, practicing rocking with our index finger the proper amount of half-hole exposed. Okay, it'll sound like this. Here's the quarter note. 1, 2, 3. Next exercise from Kristin Jensen is titled Serenade. You'll see there's 2 lines to this, 8 measures in each line. Play first 4 measures, breathe, second 4 measures, breathe. Go to the second line, first 4 measures, breathe, and then finish out the excerpt with your last breath. In this exercise, we have a pretty straightforward line where we stay below the half-hole register. When we get to the second line, we approach the half-hole register by ascending step, which can be a little challenging because we're going from E, and then we have half-hole F sharp, and then we go to 4th space G, and then back down to the D as part of the phrase, okay? So when we're playing that, you have to be really careful with your fingers. Make sure you increase your airspeed, that you have the whisper key down, and that the amount of half-hole that you're actually opening is appropriate, all right? So slowly on these 2 bars, if you'll look, second line, second and third measure, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1. 1, ready. So I would practice that a few times. Get comfortable with it, increase the airspeed, have a good open embouchure, corners in, and play that until you're comfortable. The last phrase starts on a 4th space G, which is good because you're going to take a breath right before that and you have time to get set on the 4th space G. Okay, practice those 4 bars, getting comfortable with how you approach the half-hole and then put all the piece together. A little quicker here in 3, and we're still in G major here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.